truth of the word and reaching the youth. Saving souls of the old, doing God's work with more to do. And he turning up every week and get lit. Making it church on Sunday, you can tune in and get your fix. Turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up.
But what other people think about you is really none of your business. But what God saw inside of you, I wish I had somebody in here. I need you to know, and I need you to declare with me from the bottom of your heart, I am enough. I need you to understand that the reason that you're sitting in this sacred place called sanctuary today, or the reason that you're watching online, could it be that the only reason that you survive, here it is because he saw the best in you. The reason that the car wreck didn't kill you, and the reason the sickness didn't kill you, and the reason the divorce didn't make you lose your mind is because he saw the best in you. 23 people discovered that their junk was actually worth a fortune. Here it is, Sister Kelly, in the middle of my study, it messed me up. I'm reading it, and it said 23 people discovered that something that they had deemed as junk was actually a fortune. And I've come to talk to about 23 folk this morning that's getting ready to throw away something, get rid of something, cancel something, say something is no longer any good. I want you to take a deeper intrinsic look at it, because you may be getting ready to throw away something that's of deep value. And I've come to tell you this morning that before you get rid of it, before you walk away from it, before you cancel it, you need to lay on your face before the Lord and say, Lord, show me in this thing what it is that you see. How many of you brought a praise in here with you? And then how many of you are waiting on your song to be sang? How many of you waiting on your favorite preacher to stand up and preach? How many of you waiting on your favorite person to show up? Or did you come in with a praise in your heart? I can tell those that came in with a praise in their heart, because they don't need a choir. They don't need a praise team. They got so much praise down in their heart because they're thankful for what God has already done. I believe that what God is looking for in this day and age is not a different sound, but a different tone. He's looking for a different tone. See, the standards of righteousness are still high, but there's a different tone. There's a tone. Don't you know that there's some things that can be said, and they can be said with a different tone, and when they're said with a different tone, you'll get a different response? When I was younger and I was growing up, I would get in trouble with my mother if she thought my tone was wrong. See, I can't get no help in here. If she thought, fix your face, fix your tone. Well, maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm the only one who grew up like that. But I could tell her that I was hungry. She had no problem with that, but it's how I said it. And I'm afraid that some people come into the house of God and their tone is wrong. They come in like they expect God to do something instead of being humble, asking God to have mercy and do something for them. While you was in your mother's womb, I chose you. So come here. Let me talk to you. So when you were running the street acting like you didn't know me, I chose you. When you were so drunk you didn't know how you were going to get home, I chose you. When you were doing everything you were big and bad enough to do, I chose you. Come here. I didn't choose you when you chose me. I chose you when you did it while you were yet a sinner. I don't have time. I don't have time to entertain, and I don't have time to play church, and I don't have time to make you like me. I don't care. I'm trying to reach somebody. I'm intentional this morning. I'm intentional about somebody that's sitting in this sacred place called sanctuary. I'm intentional this morning about somebody that's watching online. I'm intentional this morning about somebody that's sitting at their cubicle this morning because they had to go to work, but they're listening to this word. I am intentional about somebody that's sitting at their kitchen table and they're sitting there by themselves this morning because their family don't share their faith. I am intentional this morning about somebody that feels like you're not good enough to come to church. You don't feel like you're good enough. You don't feel like you're strong enough. I am intentional this morning about people that think church is full of good people. It's full of good folk, perfect folk, righteous folk. I've come to tell you that you're in the right place at the right time because God saw the best. He saw the best in you. I've come this morning to tell you that you're on the most wanted list of heaven. That you are the very exact one that God is looking for. I'm talking about the one that's like this woman that went to the Pharisee's house. You can't even lift up your head. All you can do is stand behind him and weep because you know how sinful you are. All you can do is stand behind him and weep because you know how messed up you are. And I've come to tell you that you're the very one that heaven is rejoicing about today because you are the one that he is looking for. Is there anybody in this place today that's just glad to be in God's presence today?
Pastor Luke, speaking the truth of the word and reaching the youth, saving souls of the old, doing God's work.